There's a saying, and it's very true. If you're not a liberal when you're young, you have no heart. If you're not a conservative when you're old, you have no brains. And, I just developed brains, I guess, a little bit earlier in life. I'm currently living in Pflugerville, Texas. I've been here for 10 years and in Texas for 12 years. I am a first generation immigrant. I immigrated to this country from Vietnam in 1975 at the age of 2 and settled in New York. And I was too young to really understand the Vietnam War and the Vietnam conflict. And I asked my mom, why did you decide to pick up our family and leave her husband in Vietnam? And she simply said she wanted to live in freedom. She was afraid of the communist government. My mom, she worked 3 jobs at one time. So I kind of took care of the family while she worked almost 12 hours a day. So this, for lack of a better term, ethnic cleansing that's happening, is it spearheaded by... As the oldest, you probably feel a sense of responsibility to take care of your brothers and sisters. I was the first to get a job. I got a paper route at, I want to say 11 or 12. I was waking up 5 in the morning, delivering newspapers in upstate New York, which in the wintertime was cold. And I remember thinking, I don't want to do this the rest of my life. It is not the assessment that sets tax rates. It is you guys. So when I say that good and bad news, the bad news is that means I'll be continuing to come here asking why our taxes are going up. When I came to Texas, I went to the first HOA meeting, and within a few months, I was elected to the HOA board here in Pflugerville.
Anthony, would you just come up so people know who you are?
I started going to city council meetings. I started going to school board meetings, speaking out at public comment, very politely expressing my concerns. So the city council got to know me and appointed me to boards. I became precinct chair for the Republican Party. There I joined up with another Asian guy who was starting this Texas Asian Republican Assembly in the Austin area. I went to his first meeting, and it was just me and him. We went from 2 people to 40, just with a little bit of marketing. The next year, they made me vice president of the Austin chapter. And then the next year after that, they made me president of the Austin chapter. And then after that, they made me president of the state, organization.
And a lot of people are coming over for the benefits. They're taking and they're not giving back. I know that is not your community. We've had that conversation dozens of times, and yours as well.
I will admit that when I heard about the first meeting, I was like, what is Texas Asian Republican Assembly? Why would we want one? We're not about identity politics. We pride ourselves on individual responsibility and believing in our principles. What I realized is politics is all about perception. They say perception is reality. The Republicans has been stigmatized as mostly older white men because that's the perception, right? So these groups is all about reaching out and creating a warm and inviting place for people where you share a common identity.
At least, not 100% no.
She hasn't decided yet, but you could tell that. I don't like the limelight. I don't like being the center of attention. I just have a passion for what I believe in. I was raised to never give up, never back down, and keep on persevering. And if not me, then who, right? So if I can break a certain perception and show that Asians can be conservative, can be Republican, and Asians can be outspoken, that will change the minds of a lot of people. That's what leadership is about. I think there's more people out there like myself, and by showing them the way, I hope to inspire others to follow in my footsteps.